Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your Lord Gumby Dionysus back to you with a new lesson. Lesson number 5. It's called Domination. Now I taught you submission, you know what I'm saying? And to dominate, must gotta know you gotta submit to this system. This system is too fucking powerful. So you can't run across every woman and try to run a game on because it's not going to work because the system is too powerful. The system got a hold of people's mindset. Understand? So most women not even in the mindset of loving you or anything like that. So you just got to bypass those women that you might want, but they're just rotten. You know what I'm saying? They're rotten. So just got to get over that. So it's like when you know you got a woman that's interested in you for real, and it's a goal. Now you gotta dominate because the system is still fighting. The system is still fighting what you believe and things like that. Like the system is recruiting every fucking day, recruiting every fucking day. So you gotta understand, like most of these women only give a fuck about your money and what you can give to them. So that's what the system only cares about. The system doesn't care about you as an individual. The system doesn't understand that, you know, you're a unique being, you know what I'm saying? It's your own unique self. So the system don't give a fuck about that. God gave us all fingerprints of our own, you know, just to remind us that, you know what I'm saying, that we're all unique. All unique. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted to dominate, you can only dominate somebody that's giving you the chance to. Okay? So, domination. Once you got it locked in, and once you got her attention, you got to go full throttle. Full throttle. You know what I'm saying? Dominating. Do not let her know too much. Because the system is very judgmental. The system is very judgmental, right? And the object is for you to get attached, for her to get attached to you, for you to dominate. So she gotta get attached to something. Your smile, the way you talk to her, you know what I'm saying? But not you spending money. Anytime you spend money, you're losing. Anytime you're spending money, you're losing to the game because you're using the dollar. You know what I'm saying? The dollar is a own system of its own. You gotta be like a bum in a sense, you know what I'm saying? You see all these niggas with money, they get in, like, they're not getting in love for real. If I was a rich man, I pretend to be poor, for real. I swear, I would pretend to be fucking poor. I take care while I can, but I pretend to be fucking poor. I pretend to be poor as shit. For real, because it's like, once you get into the system, it's over. So dominating. It's like a game of chess. It's a game of chess for real. Because you want to make one move, and the system is going to make its move. You know what I'm saying? You're not competing against the girl. The girl wants to love you for real, but she's combating in her mind to choose you or the system. Choose you or the system. Because the system has a power dominance over her as well. You know what I'm saying? So if she loves the way you talk to her, and keep talking to her, keep talking to her. And dominating sometimes can take time. Time. You know what I'm saying? Don't think of time as a day or 2 days or 3 days or how fast it's happening. If it happens faster, good, good. But if it's not happening fast, then it's still okay. You know what I'm saying? That means it just takes a little bit more time to unlock. That's all it takes, time. Not you spending money. You don't gotta. That's not going to speed up the process. That might speed up you getting some coochie real fast, but it's not going to speed up you locking it in and her being attached to you. So you already had to bypass a whole bunch of women. You already had to bypass 100+ women just to find this one that's really interested in you. So you can't lose it by trying to rush your dominance. Domination takes time sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. And it's applying your energy, applying who you are onto this woman. And the more you let her know who you are, and the more you believe your beliefs are, that means she's learning. You know what I'm saying? It took a whole school year for people just to learn basic math. You know what I'm saying? So it might take a year for her to just learn the basics. Not everybody is as fast as the next when it comes to learning. So if you get someone who learn fast, yeah, that's what's up. You lucky. You know what I'm saying? But if you got somebody that takes her time learning, that means you just gotta take your time. And you can't be like thinking about life is in a fast process, because a bamboo tree, it takes 5 years to sprout. A certain type of bamboo tree, it takes 5 years to sprout. You know what I'm saying? And then it just shoots up. Just shoot. So sometimes you got to put it in a work to see the thing grow the necessary way that you want it to grow. You know what I'm saying? But all you got to know is that if you're getting time, then you end there. Dominating is hard to do because people want things to happen fast. Like, a lot of these women is so brainwashed, it's going to take time for you to unbrainwash them and get them onto your system. And you gotta actually have a system. You gotta actually have a system that's different than the one that the system is giving them. Because if that's the case, they'll just wait for the next man that's the best suit for the system that's already at hand, which is a rich man, you know what I'm saying? Or a man with money, or a man that's spending money, a man that's paying her bills. They're out here doing this. It's zombie world. These men are out here doing this. All day, every day, they're out here doing this. Spending money on a girl. They don't even like her. They spending money on her. That's what you're competing with. Men that's spending money and they don't even respect the woman or nothing. They're just doing it just because they want to be recognized. Just for a little recognition. They spending money. That's how you get lost in the sauce. These women don't be in love with the man themselves. They be in love with what he do for her. Now, they done taught us and brainwashed us and make us think, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're a man, and all this thing that they play with your ego. They play with your ego. You gotta dominate your ego too. You gotta dominate your ego. Dominate your ego at all costs. Because your ego is gonna tell you like, oh, she's not moving fast enough for me. Oh, you know, you gotta spend some money. You know, oh, your ego is trained by society. Your ego has nothing to do with you. Your ego is like your subconscious that is trying to submit to the system so it can be proud of itself and be strong in the system. The ego is like a dog that isn't loyal to you, but loyal to the system, you know? So you gotta attack your ego, dominate your ego. Domination, I love that I dominated my ego. I love it. I love it. I love that I dominated my lust. I love it. Because now I get to take my time and see who's really for me. And once I find the woman that's for me, or the multiple women that's for me, then I don't got no worries. I don't got no fucking worries. Like I told y'all, I don't stress about women. I don't stress about women. I can be the most quiet, chill person that I want, but I'm gonna have women that love me for what I am. You know, I may not be the richest. All I can afford is my house right now. That's all I can afford. They tell you, oh, I want a man that pay all the bills. Ooh, I can't afford that right now either. I'm not rich. I need a helpmate. If they not with that, they not with helping you, they don't give a fuck about you for real. Always remember that. I don't care about what anybody said. The Bible is deep. The Bible is deep. And the Bible tells you that it doesn't really, it really doesn't verbatimly say that we're supposed to provide financial. We're supposed to provide something, provide knowledge, provide something. You know what I'm saying? Originally, God provided us with the Garden of Eden. Originally, God was a provider. You know what I'm saying? We're not God. We can't provide everything a woman wants. We can provide food, you can provide this, we can provide that. But you might not be providing something that makes her want to cheat on you. It makes her want to go to someone else that provides exactly what she wants, you know? And then she finds out that this man doesn't provide everything. They're never going to be satisfied. They were given the Garden of Eden and still went against God's plan. Understand that. So you have to dominate these women by not giving them a chance to do anything that is going to please their 7 sins. The 7 sins have to be dominated. Greed, lust, sloth. Now, that's sloth. That's a demon. Them girls want to be lazy and don't want to do nothing. That's a demon. You know? You want a girl that is up and working and things like that. You want a powerful woman. You want a powerful woman so you can dominate. Understand that. So I hope today's lesson help you understand about domination, what domination really is. Dominance is having control over self. And the more you have control over yourself, the more you have control over your own mind, your own weaknesses, you are above the rest. You are above the rest, my friend. You're not lonely because you can't get a woman. You're lonely because you have principles. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women don't have principles. They'll fuck the devil if they needed to because the devil got money. They'll have the devil's baby. They just for a little bit of comfort and just be lazy. They'll fuck the devil. Understand that. They'll have sex with the devil himself. So just don't give in to what these women want. And just stay strong. Stay dominant. Dominance. You know what I'm saying? Over self. It's not about being dominant over a woman. It's about being dominant over self. And that's where most people lose because they're not dominant over self. All right? So, next lesson is going to be a good lesson. It's going to be a great lesson. Lesson number 666. The understanding what fighting demons really is and teaching a woman to fight her demon. And once you help her fight her demons, she'll be able to gain trust for you. Trust is one of the most important parts of a relationship. So we're going to get into that in the next show. So, whoop, whoop! We in here.